boom, yo. The thing goes grrrr, skitty kit pop pop, and the poop poop boom, skia, boom boom boom.
So guys, in this video I would like to talk about a few things. One is kale and cauliflower, or cauliflower, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but the fusion to create Kefla and the fusion between Goku and Vegeta during the Goku Black arc, and just a general analysis of what's going on so far. So as I predicted in my previous videos that most of you might have missed, I said fusion will reappear in this tournament arc against Jiren, but I thought it would be a fusion dance because items are restricted, so it seems as though some of the rules are out of the window, because beforehand this would have been considered cheating, and maybe I'm missing something here, but that's something we have to look over, I guess. I still do believe that a new fusion with Goku and Gohan or something new is going to occur in this arc, since we have the Universe 6 Saiyans actually becoming overpowered compared to other characters. Now this has made some of the fan base quite upset with the constant upscale in power these Saiyans are receiving so freely in Universe 6 with, you know, training through Goku and Vegeta. But the thing is, in writing terms, this plot device is actually fixing a problem with the series that it had. We always used to say, no one is comparable to Goku and Vegeta, and they are too powerful. The whole show is about them and no one else, but since we have these new characters that are different types of Saiyans, I mean maybe they work differently in which their potential is unlocked more quickly, making these new Saiyans scale up quickly to reach Super Saiyan God power level makes things more exciting for the future of the show, as they will still be relevant, and this is what the editors must be thinking. Of course, creating Kefla, a new fusion character, will increase sales with merchandise and make them more money, but fusion being overpowered and making someone extremely dangerous has always been the case, guys. With Vegeta against Buu, before they had fusion, there was no way Goku or Vegeta could have won. They were being overwhelmed. But after the fusion, he was playing about with just his legs for fun, and then he got turned into chocolate. It was ridiculous and funny. We have also a cop-out with the other Saiyan forms before as well, with Gotenks receiving Super Saiyan 3 so easily. At this point of time, everyone was upset that two kids received such a difficult form so easily. So to be honest, at the end of the day, Dragon Ball is just doing what it always has been doing since the very start. Kefla taking on Super Saiyan God Goku and forcing him to go Super Saiyan Blue, and spoiler alert guys, skip ahead if you don't want to hear this, but in the spoilers for the next few episodes, we know Goku is going to use Ultra Instinct against Kefla, which I don't know how fighting is causing Goku to recover his stamina. This method is never explained, but it does not make much sense, but since it's helping Goku, we can't really complain. Goku in his base form was dodging both these guys with ease, Goku practically stating it himself that he is using them to fire up blood and his spirit again to regain his energy. The reason this exposition is shown to us, I think, is to showcase that Goku is training his instincts, is trying to imply that power level isn't everything. Going back to the roots of the anime, that martial arts technique and the mind play of a role that, you know, to amplify Goku's ability later on in the tournament to achieve the highest state again, he's basically training himself by using his base form and dodging all their attacks. This will eventually make him get Ultra Instinct again, which we know will happen in the future episodes, and maybe we are underestimating Goku's intelligence here, because Goku is dumb, right, but he is a genius in fighting, so maybe this was all a plan all along to try and achieve Ultra Instinct again against an unfathomable opponent that Goku can't beat. Another thing is the reason why I stated fusion was coming back and predicted it correctly is because in terms of history of the show, it seemed quite obvious as Jiren is a overpowered person at this point of the show. So they needed a plot device such as fusion being a possibility in a writing lane as a creator so they can overcome this new hurdle for the characters. So recently, to add to this, an interview with Akira Toriyama and Toyotaro, hopefully I pronounced his name right. But regarding the Goku Black arc with Vegito making an appearance, it's stated between the two of them that Vegito was originally never going to make an appearance against Goku Black, and initially Toriyama already knew the characters of Goku and Vegeta, that they were written in a way that their personalities won't allow them to fuse again. Both of them want to become powerful through their own means. In this interview, it's actually revealed a lot, because not only did it tell us that Toriyama knows what the fan base wants and they are adhering to our needs, but it also tells us that he hasn't actually forgotten the nature of the show for Goku and Vegeta, so there is integrity to his ideas. However, Toriyama does seem to need help in his ideas to be formulated into something more, as Toyotaro as well as the editors can influence his decision making, because in the same interview Toyotaro was explaining what he wanted to do with Vegeta, Future Trunks and Gowasu, right? Which Toriyama replies with, "I welcome it, after all you know far more than Dragon Ball than I do." And then he further states, "It's better this way. I think it's better to let your individuality as an author shine through, rather than just follow the path I've set down for you. It's unbalanced with just my ideas." So Toriyama seems to be a very nice dude, and he's basically a senpai, and kinda that's how the anime industry works with, you know, for example with Hunter x Hunter, Togashi is a senpai to Masashi Kishimoto. So at the core and the structure of the show, we all know the base ideas are from Akira Toriyama, but there is influence from other parties. So now that we have established that, let's talk about Goku Black. So initially they wanted Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue form to defeat the character in the original drafts of the show. However, the creators wanted to meet the expectations of the fans, which is us, and this eventually led to a scenario where even I shouldn't really fuse, now we have absolutely no choice but to fuse. So this was the result of Vegito coming into play to face Goku Black, because the characters had no choice to do so. But what I'm wondering, since we know they changed their concept of the conclusion for the arc to meet our needs, would they make that decision again in the tournament? It's possible. If we look further into this with the producer of Dragon Ball Z and GT, Kozo Morishita, in an issue of Dragon Book, he stated that when Goku is not the main character, the story gets out of hand, or perhaps I should say it becomes unstable. With Dragon Ball Z, when there were episodes with characters other than Goku fighting, even if the ratings didn't suffer, younger viewers lost interest. Adults watch the story so they can still enjoy watching how things play out even if Goku doesn't appear, but children watching the show for the characters, so you have to have Goku appear. So after all this evidence, it's clear to see that Goku being the main character helps the writers, the editors, and even the producers of the show. This is why we have seen so much airtime in the tournament compared to any other character of Goku. It helps generate everything that runs the anime industry and this show, because they need to generate money as well at the same time so they can make a profit. In the spoilers for the upcoming episodes, it is revealed that Goku will unlock Ultra Instinct again, right, against Kefla, but the androids will step in to help him out during the fight eventually. But I personally like Kefla's design and her coming out, to be honest, and I think she looks great, and the character development between everyone is getting good too, because we know this tournament is going to end at, or you know, is going to go beyond March 2018. So there will probably be another arc with these characters, since Akira Toriyama himself has not decided yet whether or not how he wants to end Dragon Ball Super, so he does not know if the Dragon Ball Z ending is retconned yet. So the way the anime is going is just helping us care about more people rather than just focusing on the same person. I mean, we always wondering about how female Saiyans were like, right? We always thought about this in the past. And can they be just as strong? What if a super powerful female Saiyan became pregnant? I know you burbs are thinking about that. I'm joking. But like, these type of questions were in our heads, right? And Dragon Ball Super is actually being, realistically, it's just answering all the fan base's questions that spanned over a 15-year time period. So I don't think it's really that bad, to be honest. And there are roughly 21 people involved in the direction of an episode, right? So from script to completion, an episode takes roughly 6 months of production. 4 months is alone for the animation. So all these 21 people, they can make possible suggestions for Toriyama, but Toriyama himself makes his final decisions on how the story will go. So I think there are many possibilities. What may actually happen is the original idea of Toriyama, which he had with the Goku Black arc, but to use it for Jiren. I mean, this is good recyclability for Toriyama, and Vegeta and Goku both unlocking Ultra Instinct in blue form to defeat Jiren to match his power. But since they gave us a lot of exposition in the show, if you guys can remember, that a higher number of people before the time runs out also means that you win, maybe because there are 2 people left in the Universe 7, they can win this way, and you know, it would kind of make sense, to be honest. The way the tournament is going, Vegeta is a big roadblock when it comes to fusing again, as he did not help Goku with the spirit bond against Jiren, right? So what would make Vegeta fuse again? That's why a speculation with Gohan seems right, because Gohan with Goku at the same power level to create a new fusion will again meet the fan base's expectations, which they are known to adhere to in the past, and it will also help create merchandise to sell with a new character and DLC content for video games. So these are 2 huge possibilities that they can take with the fight with Jiren, and both of them would be amazing to see. I mean, another thing we should point out is that Goku has mastered Super Saiyan Blue, it seems. Goku seems to be able to switch it on so easily and rapidly now, more easier than Super Saiyan 3. Plus he can go as far as using Kaioken times 20 on it as well. He used it against Bergamo, hopefully I pronounced his name right, but he used it against him in the preliminaries. And he isn't even fatigued whatsoever. And then after that, he fights Toppo, and then he uses his Kamehameha on his face, and still after that he isn't fatigued enough to go Kaioken again till the Daishinkan stops him from doing so. He used the ability again against Gohan, he beats him and he isn't even damaged or fatigued after, and then he used the times 20 Kaioken against Jiren with no fatigue from a damaged body or stamina problems. He seems to have definitely mastered the usage of Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken without getting as much strain on his body, which only means like the new form of Ultra Instinct will propel him even further to understand how his Saiyan powers work. And Kale's Berserk mode hasn't even been properly scaled, and Kefla has her own insane potential that everyone should be aware of as of now. I mean, these Saiyans seem to work differently. They already had potential which they did not unlock, and Goku is basically unlocking their abilities for them, much like how Gohan became Ultimate Gohan and just as strong as Super Saiyan 3 so quickly. That's all Goku is doing for them. He's being their senpai. And Goten and Trunks were just regular Saiyan kids, and they got insane boosts that instantly put them to the top as well. So Dragon Ball is just following its history. Vegito, the character Vegito, he's never had a problem with any foe power scaling wise, so we don't know the limits of Vegito as well. Obviously Vegeta would absolutely crush Kefla, but would Jiren finally be the guy that topples Vegito? That would be freaking insane to see a fight like that. That would be so sick. Like Vegito finally finding an opponent that's good for him. But realistically, you know, if you guys think about it, if there was no plot armor and obvious power up thing going on here, Jiren would knock everyone off himself. But then again, we don't know how his powers work. Jiren needs to have a weakness, otherwise this storyline isn't gonna make sense. If Jiren doesn't have a weakness and he's a god of destruction level and he's just not knocking everyone out for the sake of not knocking everyone out, that's kinda, I don't know what's going on there. But I think the way the arc is going, however, they're going to make Goku and Vegeta win individually, or create a unique transformations for both of them, or fuse. These are 3 to 4 possibilities out there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to support us, hit the like button, follow us on social media if you'd like, and check out our next content on our next videos that I've uploaded, and see you guys next time as always.